History is filled with artifacts that fit neatly into accepted timelines. And then there are objects that disturb the entire structure of official history. One such anomaly is a mysterious illustrated manuscript dated to the mid-16th century, commonly known as the Augsburg Book of Miracles. This document does not simply recount events, it depicts catastrophe. For centuries, the manuscript remained largely unseen, its whereabouts uncertain. When it resurfaced in modern times, scholars were struck by two unsettling facts: its exceptional preservation, and the extreme nature of its content. Unlike most medieval works packed with prayers or royal genealogies, this manuscript speaks sparingly through words. Instead, it communicates almost entirely through images. Images of destruction so vast that they feel disturbingly modern. Cities consumed by fire. The scenes do not show ordinary urban fires common to wooden medieval towns. What is illustrated resembles total incineration. Entire cities burn simultaneously. Stone buildings collapse as if exposed to temperatures far beyond conventional fire. People do not attempt to extinguish the flames, they flee, hiding behind terrain and trees, suggesting a radiant, overwhelming heat rather than a localized blaze. The destruction looks less like accidental fire and more like a sudden thermal event, something external and unavoidable. Objects falling from the sky. Following the fires come strange atmospheric events. The manuscript shows massive objects descending with rain. Not ordinary hail, but enormous solid forms, some bearing clear patterns or faces. These falling bodies smash through roofs and structures, behaving less like weather and more like bombardment. Such precise detailing raises a disturbing question. Why would a medieval illustrator invent something so mechanically consistent? Floods and shattered foundations. The devastation does not end with fire and ice. Vast floods follow, engulfing cities already weakened by earlier disasters. Fortresses crumble. Towers collapse. The ground itself appears unstable, hinting at seismic forces accompanying the floods. Strangely, above all this destruction, the sun often shines. Surrounded by rings, halos, and luminous distortions. Multiple suns in the sky. One of the manuscript's most disturbing motifs is the repeated appearance of multiple suns. Not once, but over decades. 3 suns. 4. Even 5 appearing simultaneously. While modern science explains occasional sundogs as optical effects, the frequency, structure, and duration depicted in the manuscript defy simple explanation. These suns are arranged geometrically, surrounded by arcs and circles resembling orbital paths rather than random light refraction. If these were mere illusions, why document them again and again? Objects above the clouds. Alongside celestial anomalies appear objects that resemble neither stars nor comets. Elongated glowing cylinders. Disc-shaped forms. Spheres moving in formation. The figures observing these events do not pray, they scatter in fear. The reaction suggests physical presence, not symbolic vision. The shapes themselves resemble designs that would only become familiar centuries later. Creatures in the sky. Even more unsettling are depictions of living beings in the air. Serpentine forms twist through the clouds. Winged creatures breathe fire. Fish-like bodies float where no water exists. These are not decorative monsters. They interact with the world, attacking, destroying, causing panic. Whether interpreted as myth, symbolism, or something else entirely, the consistency across images suggests the artist believed these beings were real phenomena, not metaphors. Wheels, thrones, and observers. At the center of several illustrations appears a commanding figure, seated among mechanisms and creatures. Nearby are structures resembling asterisk interlocking wheels, eerily similar to ancient prophetic visions. This is not the gentle heaven of religious art. It resembles a control system overseeing chaos below. A cyclical warning. The manuscript conveys a single repeating message. Civilizations do not fall slowly, they end suddenly. Fire. Flood. Objects from the sky. Changes in the sun itself. The pattern suggests recurrence, not randomness. Ancient myths from across the world speak of eras when multiple suns scorched the earth, when heavens behaved unnaturally, when humanity was nearly erased. This manuscript may be another record of such a cycle. When was it really created? Some researchers question the manuscript's official dating. Many strange historical documents surfaced during periods when timelines were being standardized. Was this book truly drawn in the 1500s? Or was it documenting events far more recent than we are told? If the latter is true, the terrifying realism suddenly makes sense. You cannot imagine destruction like this, you must remember it. A message for the future. Regardless of its true age, the manuscript functions as a warning. It suggests that history is not a straight line of progress, but a loop. That humanity rebuilds again and again on forgotten ruins. That signs appear in the sky before the reset begins. And perhaps most chilling of all, that those who came before us tried to warn us, knowing their world would not survive. If one day we look up and see unfamiliar suns, strange halos, and objects moving where they should not, we will no longer be able to say we were unprepared. The Augsburg Chronicle remains silent, but its images still speak.